Time frame, images of a generation. We grew up in a simpler time. We sang.
Say, kids, what time is it?
M-I-C-K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E. We laughed.
Hello, boy.
I can't believe I ate that whole thing.
We cried.
President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
He's been shot. Lee Oswald has been shot.
We fought. We loved. We were attacked.
Japanese have attacked Pearl Harbor, Hawaii by air.
Our flag was still there. Now these memories come to life on posters that can be yours today. Go to howdyboomy.com for your copies today. That's howdyboomy.com. howdyboomy.com.
Welcome to the podcast, The Howdy Boomy Show. This podcast is dedicated to the baby boomer generation and the website howdyboomy.com. Howdyboomy.com has products that represent a time capsule of the baby boomer generation. It's images of the people, the places, and the events that shaped the baby boomer generation here in the United States. Yesterday we talked about a couple of events that changed the world. The assassination of JFK, the assassination of Martin Luther King. We talked about how history sometimes repeats itself and how the most important part of bringing up children, of having a great kitchen table in each household, is the key to maintaining a society in the United States that can pursue the American dream. I came up with all the products on this website. They're all original. You're not going to find them anywhere else. You can only find them here. Perfect gifts for the baby boomer generation. Perfect gifts for historians. Perfect gifts for schools. What do I mean by that? After I came up with the initial product of the poster of the 250 images of the generation, I noticed that they were raising money for the World War II Memorial in Washington, D.C. So I came up with another poster. On the same vein, it's called Time Frames, The Great Crusade. This is a tribute to the generation that saved the world. What it is 150 images of the World War II generation. The generation that never questioned the government, that when Uncle Sam says, I need you, they went. And they fought the great evil in the world, Adolf Hitler, who was joined by Tojo, the Japanese prime minister, who, after Pearl Harbor, involved Japan in trying to conquest the world with Germany. You'll find images of Hitler, the good guys, Franklin Roosevelt, Winston Churchill, the guys who started out good, Stalin, and ended up bad, Betty Grable, Bob Hope and Bing Crosby, people who raised money, who bought war bonds, Rosie the Riveter, who represented the great American influx of females into the marketplace of work because all the men went out to fight the world as GIs in World War II. If you have a VFW post in your neighborhood, an American Legion post, a school that appreciates history, this is a pictorial history of the World War II generation. A teacher could point out all the items on this and just go on and on and on. When I first came out with this poster, I went to a mall and we were raising money for the local American Legion posts. And I had this poster displayed. And all the members of the generation who are pictured on this poster came by. They didn't say a word. They just stared at it. And you could see the men that were in uniform. A tear come to their eye because they recalled all those days. It's a perfect gift. If you know anybody still from that generation who's going to be really old, people who appreciate history, it's a great gift, and it would be located on the site, howdyboomy.com. In future webcam video podcasts, we're going to go through the other products on the website. But in concise form, it is a time capsule of memories of our generation. Now, when you go to the website, you're going to find the first thing you see on the website is this, which is a replica of the bumper sticker. The bumper sticker, Howdy Boomy Show. If you pay $19.68, which is representative of 1968, of the greatest year in American history as far as turmoil and the assassination of Robert Kennedy, the assassination of Martin Luther King, the Democratic Convention in Chicago, riots across the country, the election of Richard Nixon, the escalation of the Vietnam War. You will find that everything in that year had a traumatic effect on the United States. You will get the bumper sticker, and you will help proceed to develop the website into what it's going to become. Right below this image will be a video, about a 15-minute video. It's called Howdy Boomy Video. And what that is, it's going to show you what the website's going to become. There'll be a dating website, a financial website, a medical website, a leisure website, anything that's going to help the baby boomer generation in retirement, living now, living cheaper than what they can now, because discounts are going to be offered to the baby boomer generation exclusively by members that sign up, by vendors that sign up. And this video that you're going to see is extremely informative, extremely entertaining. It's funny. I mean, you should just grab a adult beverage, relax, and watch it, because it's going to be a history of our generation and bring back memories and bring back stimulation. You're going to see, wow, this website's going to be something to go to, and it's going to be exclusive for the baby boomer generation. And by buying this bumper sticker, you are going to be able to get further discounts that are offered on the website then and now. We're also going to give a little philosophy on what's going on, like history repeats itself. You know, on all of the posters that are pictured on the website, there's good guys and there's bad guys. Now, usually the bad guys go to jail. And my generation, the good guys, when it first started out, it was like Hopalong Cassidy, which is on the poster. Roy Rogers, which is on the poster. The Lone Ranger, which is on the poster. They all wore white hats. You could always tell the good guys because they had the white hats. The black hats were the bad guys. Then you got a little bit older into the 60s, and the good guys were people like Batman and Robin. And the bad guys were people like the Joker, the Catwoman, the Riddler, and my favorite, the Penguin. All these guys were the bad guys and wind up going in and out of jail, which provided tremendous entertainment for our generation. And now we have representatives in Congress that feel as though jails are not good. It's discriminatory, that they want to close the jails. You have a Representative Summer Lee who wants to close the prisons. Rashida Tlaib, she's, I guess, a member of something called the Gang of Five that wants to shut down the prisons. And I say, let's try it as on a trial basis, but there's going to be a couple of provisions to it. Number one, all those prisoners that are released from those prisons have to reside in the district that these people govern. Tlaib, Summer Lee. They have to stay in that district. They cannot leave that district until at least the next election cycle. And we'll see what the representatives think about that after a couple weeks. I think they might change their tune, because in real life, there are good guys and there are bad guys. There are enemies. It amazes me now that we have an administration that goes hand and foot begging on their knees for Iran to supply more oil to the country, because our current president shut down production as much as he possibly could in this country. And these people hate us. They want to destroy us, and yet we're begging them to help us out, which seems to me a little bit on the insane side. So enjoy the website, howdyboomy.com. The products are one of a kind. They're unique. This podcast will happen every day. It'll be brief. We'll go through the products, and as time goes on, we'll show you the development of the website. We'll go through a little philosophy, bring back some memories, and hopefully offer some solutions to the current problems, because history does repeat itself, unfortunately. And we created, as the baby boomers, some programs in government that foster this bad policy that divides the country, and it's still going on, because rather than attack the problem, admit the problem, and try to cure the problem, we throw money at it. That's going to stop if we have the right philosophy, develop the website so they hear us all the time. We're the greatest generation in the world. We believe in good guys, bad guys. The United States is not the problem in the world, it's the solution. God bless you. God bless you, America. We'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day.